Hey guys, so this is Mega Snow Lizard doing repaint of this mold. As you see, it's red alert. He has a red, flashy looking sirens on top. He has an engine block on the back of his car. He has fire rescue on the side. His rims are painted silver. His signal lights are actually painted. That's kind of cool. Fire rescue on the front, clear headlights. You see these vent grooves on the side, another painted tail light, signal light. Because people have to know where this guy's going. Okay, and on the back, I like the painted taillights on the back, and it says, is that 05 alert? Almost. As you see, there's a little tiny syllable or letter shoved between the crack. And he has an awesome spoiler on the back. That's kind of cool. And this is the best of my ability to transform him. I think the doors are like slightly too small. It won't go on. It won't connect both ways entirely. No matter how much pushing and shoving I do, it doesn't really fit. Maybe I'm just transforming him wrong, but yeah. Either I have a big whoa. That is not cool. Okay, either I have a big crack over here, or I have a big crack in front. And same thing on the other side. So that's not cool. But the color scheme makes up for it. So you want to remove the engine block. And underneath, you can see the exhaust. You could just pull that whole exhaust part off for a weapon later. And for the transformation, you could do this now. You could do this later. You could split that part off. Split the legs. You want to. This door tabs on both sides, so you just want to make sure that it's clear first. There we go. Because you made the door a little bit smaller, I think it's the mold. I think it's the mold or me. By having the door a little smaller, it's easier to untab everything. But yeah. So spread out the legs. And there, make sure that when you transform him into vehicle mode, you have the bottom parts facing that way, or towards you. Because if you want an easy way to pull it out, you see that little tab, use your fingernail, just scoop it out. There we go. And like so. You see kind of a lot of detailing on the inside, so that's pretty cool too. I mean, they didn't have to do that, but it's a nice gesture. And you would think that side would be the front, but it's not. It's this side with the wheel in it, but you could cover the wheel with this tail light. Type of thing. Okay. Yeah. You want to rotate these. Oh, actually, you're gonna rotate the entire waist first. So the bottom of the car will be the front of the chest, basically. Okay. Now you want to rotate the legs. Okay. The back tail lights and stuff are not gonna cover the wheels all the way. It's just gonna hang off like so. That's kneecaps, basically. But that's cool. I didn't make the toy. Okay, so on the top, as you see, it already slid out a little bit. It's on a sliding joint right here. So you want to pull it up like that. And right here, you can see the long arms. The arms are like in a jagged-like pattern. You could pull those out. And the arms are kind of weird, but for now, let's go like rotate it. There we go. Let's go just rotate it out. Let's see. No. There's just a little tiny notch that you have to be careful of, but we'll see in just a little bit. You want to rotate this whole section down. Before the grill was down, you want to lift it up. You want to lock it in place on the waist. There you go. Then on the back, if you rotate this part out to the counterclockwise, the head will pop up. There's a nice looking head sculpt. His head looks kind of squarish, in my opinion, but that's how most figures are these days, or at least G1. Okay. Yeah, for the arms, they're on these weird rotating clock joints, or circle joints, but I don't know what you call those. But to transform him correctly, you have to lock. Well, let's go unlock this first. Okay, so you want. Let's go rotate down. But that's where you get the most amount of clearances. Rotating it down. Do I have a crack right there? Oh, wow, that would be bad. Okay. Right there. There you go. You want to have it out like that. There's this little notch that basically blocks it from moving any further than that. Okay. So I had it rotated the wrong way when I did it. So the easiest way is to put the wheels back in, then rotate it on that hinge until it goes all the way to the point that you can't move anymore. Leave like so. Leave the arms filling out. Then let's go lock the waist back in place. There we go. There. Take out the. There we go. By doing that, you'll leave the shoulders higher up, as you see there, in the correct position. Then you just want to rotate these fire rescue doors up. You could pull it over to. You can also pull over to the side. That way the arm actually looks somewhat correct. And on my figure, this sliding wrist door panel is tight on this arm, but for this arm, it's not. It likes to wiggle itself around a lot. But there we go. There's this transformation. Alright. There we go. There. Now it looks good. There we go. Alright. So basically after you do that, let's go look at the weapon real fast. So you have this part, but it looks so dinky, right? And that's why you have the engine block. You could fold these parts down. Basically, it'll clasp over that middle section. And you should hear like a clinking sound. That basically says it's pretty much locked in place, or barely locked in place. If you don't have it squeezed really tight, then it will fall out. But it's not on there, so just hold on to the sides, plug the weapon in. Plug the weapon in. There we go. See? It tends to fall off a lot, so. There we go. Once again. Now it looks a little bit more menacing as a weapon. So here you are. This is Red Alert. And if you want me to go over articulation, he has lost articulation in the arms because of that weird awkward joints. It clears his arms from the rest of his body. So that's kind of cool. You can go up and down. It does have a swivel at the upper arm. Has a double elbow. That's kind of cool. It does rotate at the wrist all the way. Then he has a ball joint head. That's kind of cool. There's a little bit of waist articulation. But it clasps right above it, so you can actually rotate. But then the thing is, this rotating gimmick, it does get in the way, but it hits the. If you have it all the way down, then it kind of hits the hips. But because the hips are so far out, you have lots of range of motion in the hips too. You have a single knee, but it does rotate at the knee too. That's kind of cool. And it has this weird joint due to transformation that it could bend inward like that and outward. Kind of a strange joint. And it also has a swivel at the right there due to transformation, and also a ball joint. So you have lots of motion. This guy, red alert. You can pose him in any way you want, even in weird, awkward poses if you have a strange fetish. Um, the only bad things about this figure, I don't like the knees that much. Yeah, they don't lock in anywhere. They just sit right above the tire. I'm not sure if I'm transforming him wrong, but this could only rotate so much. And yeah, they're AKA knee pads, I guess. The arms are kind of a hassle to transform, but other than that, he has so many different joints, it's not bad, and he has no real kibble except on the arms and the knees, and that's basically it. So, as overall as a figure, he does his job. And once again, you can stare at him in the face while I talk. I'm trouble focusing. He has a nice clear Autobot symbol on his chest. There we go. And he usually accompanies Inferno. I think that's his name. Yeah, which I want to get the figure for, but he's just too expensive. And overall, I don't think I like the look of Inferno as much. So I just got this guy, red alert, and that's pretty much it. I guess the weird thing is the G ones are supposed to cost more. But the remake or the most recent one of Inferno actually cost a lot more, especially with the exclusive that just came out, or is coming out. So, with the repaint, I forgot what the character's name was. Doesn't pop to the top of my head at the moment. But yeah, if you're into the Generations line, this is a good mold to have. He is awesome. This repaint is awesome to have. You might have issues with the door too. I'm not sure if it's a mold thing. I was looking at, I forgot which video I was watching, but I think Autobotmus had the same issue with the doors. And yeah. If you really don't like faulty molds, I guess you could go with the other repaints. Their door seems to be fine. Okay, so this is Mega Snow Lizard. Just giving you a fast overview of what I have in my collection so far, and I have more to come. So stay tuned. So this is Mega Snow Lizard signing off. You guys have a great day. See you guys next time.